What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol LCID for Lucid Group, of course the electric vehicle maker. On the left-hand side, we are looking at the daily time frame chart, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame chart. The first thing to point out here is that volume is ramping up here from the daily perspective, and we'll see if that continues into tomorrow's session. I would imagine it does, noting that if we check out the extended hour session, there is going to be, very likely at least, a gap higher, right? So clearly moving higher. Whoa, look at all that nonsense in Thinkorswim. Let's adjust to where we're actually at. Noting that there will be a gap higher from some catalysts. Well, a lot of scrolling to do. I apologize for that if your screen is going crazy, but we're back to where we need to be. So this was all based on the fact that they released some numbers about their range available on the vehicles. So we're just going to deal with it from a technical perspective and talk about price levels. Let's assume that the open is somewhere around here, this 2268, and that the pre-market high will be somewhere around 2319. That's going to give us a framework to use here. Again, those numbers can change by the time 930 rolls around. Let's dumb this down to about 20 days. Not sure why we had 180. That was certainly why the screen was going crazy. Okay, anyways, there we go. There is our 20 days. Let's take a look at the daily time frame chart to talk about how this might unfold. Remembering that whenever we're dealing with a gap up, there is potential for the gap and trap and the gap and go. So if we open here, fail to take out the overnight high and trade back down through the open, you're looking for a short here inside of Lucid to fill the gap back down towards this 2150 area, today's high of day. Now, if we go on over to the trade tab, what you'll notice is that you're not going to short the shares here, so hard to borrow, but there is some good volume and open interest here on the put side of the option chain. So that is certainly an option that is available, no pun intended, to you if you do, if that's your prerogative for the short-sided trade. If you don't want to do that and that does start to unfold, then just be patient, right? There's nothing saying that you have to attempt longs as it starts filling that gap. Just be patient, see what happens if we get down into that 2153. Now, the flip side of this case is the gap and go. I'm sure it's the one that a lot more people are rooting for here. That would be if we open in this area, consolidate right around this, also noting it was prior resistance from in here, and then take out the overnight high. What you're looking for is the next obvious area of daily resistance, which if we scrunch this chart up is right here, right? This prior pivot area, just about, let's just bump it up and call it 25 for round numbers sake, noting that we had prior resistance, kind of support in here, and then clearly resistance right there at 25. That would be a great upside target if we get the gap and go, looking for the move to essentially stall out somewhere around here, give us some consolidation. If it happens early in the morning, maybe there's potential for a second leg up and you're just monitoring for continuation higher. This would all have to happen again on really solid volume down below. If the range is going to be that large, you really need the momentum to come in and push it higher, again being confirmed by high volume. If it's low volume, if it's anything lower than what we had on today's session, probably not a likely scenario that we get a large push into 25, the nice round number. So those are my thoughts here. You have two scenarios to watch out for: the gap and go or the gap and trap, and you now have the framework to essentially navigate that come the bell at 9:30 tomorrow morning. So if you enjoyed the video, if you learned anything new, let me know down below in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.